Hi friends, this is Miss B from the Frederick County Boys and Girls Club. I'm here today among my magazines and kind of old calendars and scraps to do some collaging with y'all. So, what you're going to need today is any kind of like colored paper, white paper, any like old magazines or old calendars, anything you can rip up and destroy is perfect. And then ideally you also need some glue. A glue stick is going to be easiest and work best, but you could also use like Mod Podge or wet glue if you have it. And then you're also going to need just like a plain piece of paper to glue all of our scraps on. If you want, you can use scissors. But you don't have to. You can also just use your hands to like rip the paper up. I apologize for like the lag, the weird blurriness. My computer is not the newest, so that's why the picture isn't great. But I hope that it works for us today. Anyways, as per usual, I'm going to, if you ever need to just pause the video to think or kind of make a plan for your creation or what we're creating together, that's totally okay, and I encourage you to do so. Yes, so we're going to have fun tearing up paper today. We're going to use old things to make something new, and that is called collage. I thought since it is about to be Mother's Day, we could, or I'm going to make something, a card for my mom, because it's kind of hard to get to the store right now. Like, it's really best for us to all be in our homes so when we can. So yeah, this is just a good free at-home way that you can make a card for your mom, or you can just make anything that you want. I have already made a couple things to show you as examples, and I'm also going to kind of do the activity with you here as well. So I really love to make collages. I actually do this a lot. I like to make cards for my friends and my family this way. Usually I like to have some kind of like piece of paper that's a little thicker than usual, or like really anything. Like I've used old envelopes, I've used cardboard, like whatever you have laying around. But my base today is going to be this index card. And I like working with index cards because I have like random ones sitting all around, and they're kind of harder, like less bang. And then again, I've got this National Geographic, which I kind of have a bit of a collection of them because I like to do collaging. And usually these magazines have really beautiful pictures inside of them. So I will go to thrift stores and get these for the purpose of tearing up. But if you have any magazines laying around that you want to use, make sure with your family or the people that you live with, just make sure that it's okay for you to kind of destroy and recreate with that particular magazine. And then I also have a Vermont life calendar because Vermont is a beautiful state. Yeah, so I could show you some of them. This is also a kind of harder paper. Aww. Yes. A kind of harder paper that I could use as my bases. So I'll show you what I've made so far. This is a little card. I'm kind of liking little cards right now. Kind of bring it up a little, it's hard to see. This is with just 2 different pictures from a magazine. And then this is also with 2 different pictures from a magazine. Kind of have this one, and then I ripped this little piece and attached it. And then I have a really tiny one that you can't see really at all, so I apologize. But you kind of get the point. So this can be whatever you want it to be. The first thing we're going to do is get to ripping. So I'm gonna look through my magazine first, and I also have some things already pre-ripped from just that I've been hanging on to. But I'm gonna look for something that I want to use in my collage. So I'm flipping through. This one is about space. So there's some cool space images. Got some dirt. And what's fun about like National Geographic magazines, or I think they have kids ones too, is that while you're flipping through, I also like to kind of do a little bit of reading of the articles. Sometimes it's funny if they're, because I have really, really old ones. And it's interesting to just look at like what was the news, you know, like 40 years ago. So I think I would like to go with, ooh, wow. A geyser in Nevada spews boiling water 6 feet into the dawn sky. That's what this is. It looks like a volcano, but it's actually water, but it's boiling water, so, you know, kind of resembles magma. Ooh, there's a picture of Saturn. I think, though, I really like, there's a picture of like a cliff with penguins. They look small, but they're penguins, so I'm not gonna rip. I'm gonna rip that page out. And on the back, there's even, I'll show you. And then on the back, there are just a little bit of water. So that I would love to use both sides of this. All right, so I got that one. Maybe I'll look through my Vermont Life calendar now to see if what I think will kind of look good with that. So the colors in this are really just like whites and browns, a little greeny black. Because where penguins live, there's not a whole lot of color. So it might be nice to kind of find something with a lot of color to contrast the kind of duller scenery. So I think I might like to do this. This is just a picture of a sunset with over a field and some rocks. So I'm gonna rip a piece of that, I believe. It's actually interesting. I think I've been here before. That's why I'm looking at it so deeply. I think it is near to where my cousin went to college. That's a little hike that we did together when I visited her there once. All right, so I ripped that part out. Here's that. So I encourage y'all to use, I mean, if you're using colored paper, it can be fun to make, just like rip different pieces of paper into different shapes. You could do a triangle, a heart, a rhombus, like whatever you want, a parallelogram. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a tilted kind of rectangle, I believe. So you can do it however you want. Just because I'm using my materials the way that I am doesn't mean that you can't use them yours however you want, of course. So I think I'm just going to use these two pieces. And what I like to do is to kind of think about size is I'll lie down my base paper, which is this, on like the two pieces together. So like this is one, this is the other, just to see how they fit together and how they look together. Another thing you can do with this, and a lesson that I believe I did with some of the smart girls at the end of last year, around this time actually, last year, is we made kind of mood board collages. So we made collages of what we want for ourselves. I actually have mine hanging up. I'm gonna get it. So last year we were going into summer when we were making them. So I made this one. It has some flowers. It has some mountains because I really wanted to go hiking. It has some water because I wanted to swim in the summer. And I wrote some words or cut out some words that describe what I wanted for myself. So that's another direction you can go with this project. You can kind of do a mood board or something like that, or you can make something for someone else. So, I'm gonna cut some and rip some. So I think this one maybe is gonna be for my grandma, because she's a mom too. A mom of my mom. So I'm matching up the lengths of them. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I'm just doing it because I want them to kind of match a little, but you can always trim them at the end. And again, if you want to use your hands and rip instead of scissors, that's amazing. I did rip a little bit of it. I'm kind of doing half and half here. So these are now my two pieces that I'm using. Oh, I forgot about the water on the back. I'm using the sunset and my penguins that you can't really see. And I'm going to glue them to my piece of paper. It's not quite long enough, but that's okay because I can just trim it. So I have a surface that I like to glue on that already has a lot of glue on it. So I'm just going to use that. But I would lay down like an old newspaper or something, or just do it on a table that you can quickly wipe off so the glue doesn't dry or get sticky. For some reason, I like to do crafts and collage on my floor, and that's why I'm on my floor right now. I've glued the glue on the back, and it's going down. All right. You can think of that Kesha song. And, I don't remember the words exactly. All right, so half of it's down. I'm going to glue the other half. Something that I like a lot about collaging is that you're recycling, right? You're using things that would have gone to the trash probably to create something beautiful and new. So that is always fun in my book. Especially in times like this when you maybe you don't have access to all the like fancy craft supplies or anything like that. This is just a quick activity to do at home. All right, so this is what it looks like now. Mine is super simple. You can make yours as complicated as you want. I'm just gonna trim the edges because it goes over the edges a bit. The glue hasn't quite dried, so that's my own fault. I should have probably made it. Alright. So trimming here. And then trim the bottom. And now I've got this beautiful, I hope, kind of card that I can use and I can write on the back. Whoops. Right on the back, and I can give it to someone that I really appreciate. Like I said, this one is probably going to go to my grandma, because I already have a Mother's Day card from my mom that I made before. But you can also give this to like anyone who you care about. You can maybe give it to, if you have a mailman or a mailwoman, mail person who comes and is always bringing your mail, and there's a nice way to show appreciation. You can write them a little thank you note. You can make it for your teacher if you miss your teacher, and you can just keep it and hold it onto it until you can see them again. You can give it to anyone who you're living with right now, who you really are grateful for, whatever you want. And again, you can even leave one for yourself, for kind of what you want for yourself, to be a physical representation of what you want for the next few weeks, the next few months, the next year, tomorrow, whatever you want. So that is that. There is a My Future activity that we're going to link in the description that you can do as well with this. We love My Future. I love seeing y'all's projects on there. And as always, feel free to take pictures of your art that you're making and send it to us. We love to see it. We really miss seeing your art. We can't wait to do this kind of stuff together again soon. Yeah, so please share with me what you create. This is so awesome. Take as much time as you need. Or if you want to do a fun challenge, you can always time yourself and just see what comes out of 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 10 minutes. This can be whatever you want it to be. So thank you so much. I hope that you are able to do something crafty today. I know that it makes me feel better sometimes if I want to maybe ground myself or de-stress or even just feel proud of something, because you guys are all such amazing artists, and it's great to just create something that you can feel proud of and use to appreciate someone else for yourself. So yeah, thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day, my sweet